Good evening and welcome to True Doug Man Encounters. I'm your host, Marvin Allen. If you or anybody that you've known have had a sighting or encounter and would like for me to share it on mine, then please contact me. I would love to hear from you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I know I was supposed to upload and release the next episode of Ty J, but due to death in the family, I wasn't able to do it. But I will be uploading the next episode because it's only a few left of her amazing journey. And it only get better. So be patient, and thank y'all so much for just sticking with me and, staying in my corner, man, and believing in me. I've been going through a lot. I done had my ups. I done had my downs. Still going through some things. But I know the man upstairs has the last say so. And he has my back. So I know what he say go. He know what's good and he know what's bad. But the thing that get me is when people think that something is bad, it's really good. But a lot of people go off of their heart and jump to the first thing that they think is so amazing. But they the ones that you got to let learn the hard way. So if they want to learn, and they'll see the end results. They'll definitely see the end results. But sometimes you gotta let a person go through certain things. And I had to find that out the hard way. But like I said, I know the man upstairs got me. Everything I tell a person, whether it's concerning me, is the truth. I have no reason to lie about nothing. But I know now, and I see this now, that the mistakes that I made, I won't make them again. I won't make the mistakes that I made again. And I mean that on my mother and father. I won't do it no more. I won't do it again. I won't take myself through the torment or anything like that. But like I said though, got a lot of things coming up. I haven't been doing live streams because like I told y'all, I have been deaf in the family, and it's the reason why I didn't upload Ty J's next episode yet. But it's coming. And like I said, I love each and every one of y'all for sticking with me and sticking in my corner. But I once heard this a long time ago, and someone always told me this, but I never grasped on it or knew what it meant. But they said, you reap what you sow. And that's the truth. So with that, we can really get into this brand new encounter. Like I said, I'm going to start uploading again on a regular. So without further ado, let's jump right into this encounter. Alright, y'all, let's get it. Now, this encounter right here, my eyewitness said that he been wanted to talk about this experience that he had, because he have heard so many other Doug Man encounters on numerous podcasts. But at first he was scared to open up until he started hearing stories that related to him. So now he knew that there were other people out there that went through the same experiences that he went through. So he said that this incident, it took place on a Sunday. And mind you, this happened in 2020 on Memorial Day weekend during a barbecue that he was hosting, just for a few close friends. He said, without being specific about the location of his home, he would just say, I live about an hour and a half north of Atlanta, in some proximity to the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. And we already know that that's a spooky place anyway, the Appalachian Mountains. So he said, now let's set up the scene of my eyewitness Doug Man encounter. His circumstances and the situation for you. He said he have a deck out back in the backyard. It's a nice size and it borders a wood line with about 15 to 20 acres of forest stretching out to the northwest. The deck itself is elevated, of course, maybe about 18 to 20 inches, and going down 3 steps puts you right at ground level. Over the last several years, he said, he have had people over on holidays and weekends on a family regular basis. And these get-togethers would normally go into the nighttime hours. So he had a couple of floodlights installed around the deck, as well as a pair of motion sensor lights on 12-foot posts out close to the wood line. That Saturday, he had gone shopping and had already decided to keep it relatively simple. You know what he mean. Like burgers, brats with potato salad as a side. He said he would wait until the 4th of July to pull out all the stops. But he did buy some Canadian Club and Crown Royal to set everything off just right. He said, so Sunday turned out to be a nice day with just a few high clouds. Said he got the music cranked up and he got all of the meat on the grill at about 3 o'clock. He said his friends started arriving a little after 4, and everyone made themselves a drink. With the food just about ready, the sounds of music, conversation, and laughter began to fill the air, as did the aroma of cigars. Now, mind you, afternoon turned into evening, and as darkness began to creep in, I happened to take a notice of some kind of movement. At least I thought it was movement across the yard and maybe 10 to 20 yards into the wood line. I wasn't certain. Now, mind you, it was just the impression of something moving back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, in the brush and brambles. To be honest, I didn't think much of it at the time, because it wasn't unusual at all to see deer or the occasional fox or bobcat snooping around the forest edge. I didn't say anything to any friends. At that point, I'm pretty sure that some of them noticed my regular glances out across the yard. Then everything changed. It was dark now, and those glimpses of movement quickly turned into a rush of sounds and movement that started to catch everyone's attention. Then the motion sensor pole lights jumped on. Everyone was up on their feet now, with all eyes now zeroing in on the impossible, monstrous figure now illuminating by the lights standing just beyond the fence. I could hear my friends muttering in hushed tones. What the hell is that? Holy shit. These are the words that was coming out of my friend's mouth. What we saw was a gigantic wolf-like creature standing there. Now knowing that exact height of the lamppost, this thing was clearly 7 to 8 feet tall. Dark fur and a huge German Shepherd type head with ears. We could see its huge chest moving in and out, in and out, in and out. A huffing like breathing motion. The creature took a step forward and placed its hands on the top of the fence. Yes, you heard me right. And placed its hands on the top of the fence. This thing had 2 giant clawed hands instead of paws, which is what you would expect It took 2 or 3 side steps to its right. And as it did, we could see it adjust its grip on the fence. We could also hear a low, I mean low, mumbling growl. Then this creature thing let out a horrifying growl. And as it did, it motioned its head forward as if it were trying to project its fury at us. Just as the wave of that terrifying roar began to dissipate, the creature turned and dashed back into the wood line with insane speed. I mean speed that I have never ever saw in my life. Now my eyewitness said you might think that after that everyone would have been scrambling to get to their cars, to get the hell out of there. But that's not what happened. There was a few minutes of silence and head shaking. But then everyone refreshed their drinks, sat back down, and we talked about what happened for another couple of hours. We talked about how this proved that all kinds of weird and bizarre things must exist and are around us all of the time. That led to the sharing of UFO sightings, ghost stories, and just about everything in between. I think my circle of friends grew tighter and closer that night. And despite the fact that the whole experience scared us all shitless, out of all that abject fear came something higher and something greater. This go to show you that no matter what, we don't know everything that's out there. We don't know everything that walks these woods or tree line. These things exist. And if I didn't see it with my own 2 eyes, I probably wouldn't believe it either. Along with my friends. This creature was humongous. This creature was huge. We all saw the same creature. It didn't try to attack. It didn't try to charge. It didn't try to do none of that. We all thought that this thing wanted us to know that yes, I'm here. This is my house. This back here belongs to me. So I'm showing y'all that yes, I do exist. And yes, I am real. These creatures are intelligent. These creatures are smarter than we think they are. So I hope y'all enjoy that. And I'm going to get ready to upload another one. Thank y'all and good night.